Ulta Beauty World tickets commentary that might go against the grain. So I actually was not trying to get the tickets. So I did not get in the queue and I did not have the traumatic experience of thinking I'm going to get the tickets and not getting them. However, I've kind of looked through a lot of different videos based on like the different search verbiage and phrases to just kind of get an understanding of people's experience. So here's what I've discovered. Apparently, there are some influencers that were able to get tickets prior to today. The speculation is that influencers had a link and they could access the tickets earlier than everybody else. I did stumble across one influencer who was a part of the Ulta Beauty Collective, and she said that they already had tickets. However, she was actually in the queue to get tickets because she wants to make sure that she creates high quality content. And what she was trying to do is like get an assistant or somebody who can like record her while she's there and help her get all the different content pieces. Some people are trying to do them for giveaways. Some people are trying to like give other people an opportunity, like get them for their friends. So like, because there's that whole caveat where you're allegedly only supposed to be able to get one ticket. There are some people saying that like they gave influencers some kind of code that gave them the ability to purchase unlimited amount of tickets. A lot of people are upset because they're like, this particular year they marketed the Ulta Beauty World as anybody can join. It's not just an influencers event, and because of that I think a lot of people wanted to be interested. Now there was a brown girl that looks like me and she said, if we're being completely honest, everybody thinks they're a beauty influencer. Agreed. Ditto. However, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of different numbers being thrown out here. I've seen that they only had 3,000 tickets. They only had 2,400 tickets. And then a lot of people are saying things like, well, the convention center holds like 65,000 people. So why are they only maxing it out at 3? Well, here's my logic while they're probably doing that. They probably already invited a large quantity of influencers. Remember, they have to pay for them more than likely. And so because they're paying for them, you also have to remember that there are other expenses that go into running the convention center. And perhaps maybe based on the quantity that they actually have in there, maybe they have to pay more money for utilization. And then they also have all of this like brand activation. So like their booths and their experiences. And in order for all of that to flow appropriately on the convention floor, it may be limiting. So I think we're thinking in terms of the convention center seating a certain quantity of people. That is very different than if you are using the convention space to like house a lot of different like tabling events. That stuff takes up a little bit more space and you want the people there to have a comfortable experience. Now granted, they can use like the upper and lower floors if they wanted to, but maybe that's not the experience they want. I don't know. But just from like a planning perspective, I can kind of follow that logic. Now beyond that, if they want a small quantity, they want a small quantity. I also saw some other details where allegedly there are only 3,000 tickets, but there were 1 million people in a queue. And because of that, your chances of getting tickets were very slim. I did stumble across a few people that said they did get tickets. I don't really feel like the tickets were super expensive. I think one of the tickets, I actually saw like the screenshot because I didn't go on the website to look at any price, and I think it was like $165. But I do think that there will be a lot of backlash after this. A lot of people are already calling to boycott Ulta, and they're about to return the stuff they just bought, and they're about to go to Sephora, and Sephora would never treat them like that. And honestly, I don't think it was personal. Just saying, it's just kind of like if you're trying to get some Beyonce tickets or something else. I also think that there is a possibility that Ulta Beauty World's website infrastructure was not built to handle that quantity of people. Now, somebody like Ticketmaster, they kind of got it figured out because that's on a larger scale. And I'm not saying that Ulta Beauty is incompetent in that fashion, but what I am saying is that maybe they just didn't build it to appropriately handle everybody. And then there are a lot of people that are upset because they didn't announce that they were sold out before they were actually sold out. It's the luck of the draw. They might not have even known that they were sold out if the system was glitching, because I see a lot of people are saying they had to refresh. One of the young ladies that said she got the ticket, she said she refreshed so many times she lost count. That's the only reason she probably got one. So, thanks for joining my TED Talk. Ulta Beauty World, you might see me next year, you might not, because the people might cancel you.